Hockey has always brought the best in storylines and the best in prime time. Conference finals represent that last hurdle for four teams trying to etch a new name in history. After two straight Pittsburgh Penguins Cup hoists, this year finally spelled out something different. The Golden Knights stand alone in what most would say is the greatest expansion season in history. It's the first in 50 seasons, even though an expansion team was guaranteed to make the Stanley Cup Final that year, and to boot it's a team that had billions of headlines discussing just how bad it would be in 2017-18. After a sweep of the Kings, and a gentleman's sweep, in 5, of the Sharks, the Knights dropped Game 1 in Winnipeg before winning 4 straight and finding themselves just 4 more wins from the improbable. Is it actually the Caps' year? We're at the last step before finding out. Burakovsky netted 2 and Ovechkin struck first in a 4-0 clinic in Game 7 in Tampa. We've had 3 Game 7s this postseason and they haven't exactly shined. Game 7 between the Knights and Caps might change that if we go the distance. Let's look at 5 performances from the entire conference finals that sent these teams to the brink of a championship. Winnipeg, MB, May 14, Jonathan Marchessault. The Vegas Golden Knights defeated the Winnipeg Jets 3-1. Photo by Elsa, Getty Images. 5. Jonathan Marchessault. Jonathan Marchessault has been pivotal all season on the first line for the Knights. That story remained the same against the Winnipeg Jets. Facing one of the best offenses in the league, the winger finished with 7 points over the 5-game series, including 2 in each of the first 3. After falling in Game 1 on the road, Marchessault responded with 2 goals in both Game 2 and Game 3, completely setting the tone for the rest of the series. The Jets didn't have an answer for him in either game, and even not getting on the score sheet, his assist was just as important in Game 4 to all but seal a Cup final berth. In 15 games this postseason, Marchessault has 18 points, including 8 goals and 10 assists. Add that to a +10 in that stretch and an ever-so-important 6 power play points, and you've got a definite reason why Vegas has such a strong offense. It's safe to say the Panthers leaving Marchessault unprotected was a surprise, and a blessed one at that for the Golden Knights. Along with another former Panther in Riley Smith and Wild Bill Karlsson, that first line adds a pressure that other lines benefit from. Also, the man showed up in this at T-Mobile Arena. He's feeling himself. So, you're Jonathan Marchessault. You drive up to T-Mobile Arena in this Lamborghini, take the parking spot closest to the door and score 35 seconds into the game. Live your best life, kids. pic.twitter.com/m9smsqtssd. Chris Johnston, at Reporter Chris. May 17, 2018. I love fun stats that the NHL announces. Here's one fine example about Marchessault. Look for that first line to cause havoc in the final, and I'd expect a couple more really good outings from No. 81, page 2. Use your arrows to browse Las Vegas, NV, May 4th, Alex Touch. In the second period of Game 5 of the Western Conference second round during the 2018 NHL Stanley Cup playoffs at T-Mobile Arena on May 4, 2018 in Las Vegas, Nevada, the Golden Knights won 5-3. Photo by Ethan Miller, Getty Images. Points don't tell the Alex Touch story for the Western Conference Final. I immediately look back to Game 4. Touch was everywhere. You couldn't go a minute or two without mention from the broadcast about his impact. From pinching defensively, creating outlets and forcing offensive zone turnovers, Touch made all the right moves not only in that showing but in multiple moments against Winnipeg. Not to mention adding the first goal in the clinching Game 5, that's a good bump, too. With 6 playoff goals, including one in Games 3 and 5, Touch has 3 goals on the power play and 2 game winners this postseason. I mentioned in the March or so slide about the trickle-down from an extremely productive first line. Touch is one of those methods of production. His awareness not only in the offensive zone but on the forecheck completely puts teams on their heels, and Winnipeg surely felt his impact. The final should see similar impact if Vegas continues to hum line to line. Use your arrows to browse.